Welcome back to Grassroots Media, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Greeneville Federal Bank Eddie Spradlen Show, where we cover everything on the field with the Greeneville Greene Devils. As always, I'm here with Greene Devils head coach Eddie Spradlen. Coach, how are we doing this evening?
Good. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. Halfway through the week, how's practice been so far this week?
It's been good. You know, yesterday's a little hotter than we've had in a while. We've put them practice pants on for the first time. It seems like forever because we've been in shells because our schedule's been a little off for a while. So, we put them pants on yesterday, but we had a good one yesterday. So, JV team played really good on Monday night against Morristown West. We had a really good practice on Monday as well. So, excited to where we're at right now.
That's what I was going to mention next. You're back on a regular schedule finally. Hopefully things can stay the way they are from here on out. No more rescheduling, no more no contests. Pretty good weather from here on out is what we're hopeful for.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to be back on a regular schedule, especially what we do in the weight room, just getting those guys consistently in there on a schedule and, doing the things that we've been doing that, we feel like makes us be successful on Friday nights.
And you had a short week last week, as we mentioned. You only had 2 days of practice and preparation to turn around after the game against Morristown West to play against Volunteer. Seemed like none of it bothered you. 56-0 win over Volunteer on the road. Talk about that night and how special it was to claim another regional victory.
Yeah, it's really nice to get out there and, play pretty good when we gave them Wednesday off. Then we came in and we, just kind of did more souped-up walkthrough on Thursday. Then we were playing on Friday. We could tell that, we were drained a little physically and mentally, but, the kids responded well, played good. Like you said, we got a 56-0 win in a region game. I think it's, we have not been scored on in the region in the past. This is going on 2 games this year, and nobody scored on us in the region last year. So we're trying to keep that streak going, and it was nice to do that defensively. I guess we gave up 75 yards of offense for them, and for us, we had about close to 400 yards of offense on that night. And Zach Crispin stepped in there, did a really good job. He had 80+ yards rushing. Emmanuel Dixon had, up there 70 yards rushing. I think we rushed for about 260 yards. So, it's always good when you can do that on a Friday night against whoever you play.
That's exactly the topics that I was going to touch on next, was the offensive and defensive stats. You had 373 yards of total offense, only holding them to 79, almost outgaining them by 300 yards. The defense pitched another shutout, which is amazing. That you've seen a lot over the years, as you mentioned. Nobody in your region has scored on you dating back all the way to 2021. Who do you credit that to on your defense, and talk about how well they're coached up?
Obviously I've got a great coaching staff, both offensive and defensively. Our defensive staff put a great plan together for a short turnaround, because we were really focused on a big game against Morristown West. Then I'm not trying to do 2 teams at one time right now. How big a game the West game was. So short turnaround, trying to just do the things that we normally do on defense, play hard, be physical. That's the big thing. We got a lot of guys in that played a lot of reps, but we were able to play fast, play physical, and just get after them.
One thing about football is you always need to establish the run game. That's exactly what you did, as you mentioned. Over 260 yards on the ground. Had multiple different scorers in the running game also. Crispin had a great night. Dixon had a great night. Quillen had a great night. Talk about the success that you had in the running game.
Yeah, a lot of people getting a lot of reps there on Friday nights. We had, Crispin was our leading rusher there. I told you before, I feel like we've got 5 backs that we can win with. The other night we rode with, we didn't play Emmanuel much on the offense, but he got, about 5 or 6 carries. Carson we didn't dress him out in that game. We let him rest to some banged up stuff. So, it was Crispin, Myers, and Dixon. Then we threw in.
Is the one I forgot.
Yeah, Myers did a really good job. And then we threw in Maddox Bishop there a few times. He's a young kid, sophomore, that really runs his zone really well, and we got him in the game as well. So, all those guys we feel like we can win with, and, we got to get them some reps in there. Offensively, thought we played pretty good for the most part. We got to get better, more consistency in our passing game. We got to get better at that. So, that's something we really focus on this week in practice, continue to get better. We got 2 quarterbacks playing right now, so we got to continue to get better there.
Huge credit to your O-line also. Whenever you have a successful running game, it's all credit to the O-line for being able to pave the way for them. And they've done that a lot for you this year. You've got a big O-line up front, and they've really given you a lot of success so far this year.
Yeah, without a doubt. Coach Bentley does a great job with that group. We've talked about it. It's not a fun position to play, especially during practice from Monday to Thursday. But, Friday night's the fun part for those guys to get in there and just get after people. But excited about, how hard those guys played. We say at every Friday meeting that we're going to win up front. If we win up front, we're going to win the football game. And, it's held true, and I think it'll always hold true. If we can win the line of scrimmage on the offense and defensive line, we're going to win the football game.
O-linemen are the ones that never get the glory they deserve, but they're truly the ones that are, I think, appreciated the most on offense, because those quarterbacks need to be protected, those running backs need the room to run the ball, and those receivers need the time to run those routes, all thanks to the O-line. And that's one thing I've always preached in football, is that you really need to credit the O-line as much as you can, thank them as much as you can, and appreciate them, because without them, you have nothing on the football field.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. We try to, as much as we can, take care of those guys. A lot of times, we'll have our captains eat first, and the next group will be the offensive line. So, starting offensive line will go, and then, go from there. But, those, like you said, it's not much glory, but if you're going to be successful, you got to have a good offensive line.
How important was it to gain another regional victory also? I know we've talked about the regional winning streak that you have going on also. How important is it to claim one more and to add the strength to your standing as a top team in the conference?
Yeah, that's our ultimate goal. We said at the start of the year, we want to be Region 1 4A conference champs, and the only way you can do that is continue to win from week to week. So, that's our ultimate goal right now. This is what we're working for. You're just taking it. We want to be a 1-0 at the end of the week, because all we've got is region games. You got a big time matchup with a good Sullivan East team coming in, but we want to focus on these region games right now and continue to get better each week.
A much improved Sullivan East team I want to add to also.
Yeah, this is
one of the better teams they've had in recent memory also. Won't get into that too much just yet. We need to go ahead and jump into a break first, so we'll run a few commercials on screen, and we'll talk about that game against the Patriots here this upcoming Friday night right after the break on Grassroots Media.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts, the Davy Crockett Travel Center in Baileyton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Baileyton.
Tommy's Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to the residents of Greeneville, Tennessee for over 30 years. Our experience and reputation have helped us grow our business to add locations in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Tommy's Plumbing is local and family owned, and we offer a full line of plumbing services, such as kitchen faucet, shower faucets, commodes, and bathroom faucets, as well as drain cleaning. We also provide outside plumbing work, such as septic and sewer drain cleanouts, as well as repair and replace. Tommy's Plumbing pretty much does it all. Tommy's Plumbing is licensed, bonded, and insured. Our quality workmanship and passion to provide our clients with expert service is second to none. We guarantee we have the best warranty around. For all your plumbing needs, give Tommy's a call at 638-3662.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Greeneville Federal Bank Eddie Spradlen Show, where we cover everything inside of Burley Stadium with the Greene Devils. As always, I'm joined here with Greeneville head coach Eddie Spradlen. So you got another Region 1 4A game coming up. You've got Sullivan East now. We mentioned it right before the break. It's one of the better Sullivan East teams you've seen out of the last few years. They've got a very talented offense. They're sitting at 4-2 right now. What do you expect going into Friday night when you host the Patriots?
They're going to throw the ball around for sure. They're going to live and die with the passing game. They're really good at the passing game. Got a really good quarterback. It's probably the leading passer in this area in Northeast Tennessee, if I was guessing. And, they've got a really good receiver, tight end. He's 6'4", 6'5". He's getting a lot of looks for a lot of different people that throw the ball to him. They got a lot of good receivers as well to go along with him. Spread you out on offense a little different. There's 2 or 3 yards between each offensive lineman, and so it's something a little different. But, they're scoring a lot of points against a lot of good teams. So it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Playing a team that's mainly pass heavy like that, do you intend to bring more pressure against him, or do you kind of intend to lay your defense back a little bit and just let them do the work in the secondary?
We'll try to do a little bit of both probably. That he does a really good job getting the football out really quick. So pressure's not going to be there really quick. So if you don't get there quick, he's going to get it out there. So we're going to make sure we're doing different things in the secondary coverage wise, just to give them different looks so they're not seeing the same look all the time. But really good passer for sure.
I forgot the insane stat line he had earlier in the season. I don't know if you saw it too, where he had so many yards and so many touchdowns in a game.
No, I haven't seen that.
I can't remember. If I remember it, I'll try to flash it on the screen, but it was something crazy like that. That was pretty cool to see. So you're going up against a pretty high-powered offense in them. What do you expect to see when they line up their defense against your offense on the field?
Last year against us, watch that film from last year this week, and they're a lot of pressure, trying to slow our running game down. Everybody's goal is going to try to stop our running game. So they're going to get more guys in the box, try to play a little man coverage out on the edge. So like we said earlier, we got to be a little more consistent in our passing game and take advantage of that stuff. Guys are going to be open. We got to make sure and hit those guys and make big plays when we get an opportunity.
Playing another region game, as we mentioned, coming into Burley Stadium to play it, how comfortable and confident do you feel every time you play a region game inside of Burley?
It's our kids are going to be confident. Me on the other end, I'm going to feel confident, but I'm still on the edge every time we play, no matter who we're playing here in Burley Stadium. You want to have the home field advantage for sure, and our kids are more, I guess, feel a little more comfortable in here. It's more it's their place to defend, and kids are excited when we play here, and like we've talked many times, it's a special place to play on Friday night.
Between the hedges in Burley.
Yeah.
As always, too, what are your 3 keys to success that you need to carry out in order to get a win against Sullivan East?
One big thing we got, like I said, we got to be more consistent in our passing game. That's key number 1 this week. We really worked out there in practice. We'll work it again today really hard. Really focus on just doing the little things to make a difference in that. And then another big key is we got to be able to run the ball too. We got to win up front, really on both sides of the ball. If Sullivan East is going to come out and throw the football, but they're going to run it a few times too, and we've got to make sure control that line of scrimmage when they decide to run. In a game like this, it goes both ways. We can't turn the football over, and we got to get turnovers. He's throws a lot of football, so there's a good chance for us to get some turnovers. He's thrown quite a few interceptions on the season, so we got to make sure and make that happen on Friday night. So that's a big key, number 3 right there. Get some turnovers. Don't have any turnovers for us.
All right, that's all I have for you this week, Coach. Once again, I want to thank you for sitting down with me. I
Thanks
appreciate
for having
you talking
me, man.
to me.
And go Devils.
Yes, sir. As always, there's going to be fireworks in Burley this coming Friday night, 7:30 kickoff time. The Greene Devils play against the Patriots of Sullivan East here at home. If you're a Greeneville fan or a Greeneville supporter, come out and support your team. As always, though, thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Greeneville Federal Bank Eddie Spradlen Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.